working at a medical surgical floor at CHLA. Patients with eating disorders are a patient population that we do not encounter as bedside nurses in a day-to-day basis. With that being said, I feel that my knowledge is very minimal and I personally do not feel comfortable caring for this patient population when I do encounter them on my floor. Because of this, Brenda and I decided to team up on this project, which our goal is to provide education to inpatient nurses about different eating disorders and to describe the pathway of care in the inpatient setting. So we started this project by conducting a needs assessment survey for CHLA nurses. Let's see what the nurses have to say. Tell me your name.
My name is Allison and I work on 6 East at CHLA.
Have you ever taken care of patients with eating disorders?
Yes, I have.
Can you tell me about the experience?
It's kind of hard to take care of a kid who has an eating disorder because it's like a psychological issue that turns into something physical. We do get training for it, but you do empathize with, I don't know, how kids feel nowadays with their own body image and how there's so much stuff on like social media. So it's hard, but it's doable. But I feel like I wish we had more resources, at least inpatient, because there's only so much I could do as like their bedside nurse for the 12 hours that I take care of them.
Can you tell me what you actually felt at the moment when you found out that you're about to take care of a patient with eating disorders?
I felt like it was going to be hard because it's somewhat of like a psychological battle. So it's not something I could help them with physically besides, watching them eat their food or trying to encourage them to eat. But it's mainly all like mental. It's like a mental issue, which is kind of hard to work through versus doing like physical tasks for your patient that you know how to do for them.
Do you remember what resources you were able to use at that time?
Oh my gosh, I honestly don't. The psych team, the doctors, but they don't come around every day. I don't remember that they did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Is there anything else you want to add?
I kind of wish that there was a policy, kind of not like a strict guideline, but an overview of like things that we're able to talk about with them, things we can like delve into as like their bedside nurse, or like resources that we have that we can contact when they're here in the unit.
These are just some of the things that some of the nurses have to say about what they felt in caring for patients with eating disorders. We did do a survey among med-surg nurses and ED nurses through REDCap. After we got our needs assessment results, we are ready to initiate this project. We reached out to the Grand Rounds chair to see if we can get a date on having a 1-hour presentation at CHLA. We were able to get a date for our presentation, distributed the flyers to all the units, and reach out to the managers again to see if they can promote our Grand Rounds and encourage nurses to come to this presentation. We asked the managers if they can send out an email and to mention this presentation during huddles. With much effort on promoting our presentation, we are able to successfully have it at Stauffer A&B at CHLA on May 17. We had a pretty good turnout on having many attendees from the inpatient setting. Not only did the nurses attend, but also the other members of the multidisciplinary team who are curious on the pathway of care for patients with eating disorders. Our presentation is also available to be streamed online by nurses who are unable to attend on this time frame. With Brenda's knowledge and expertise as a registered dietitian and my experience as a bedside nurse and knowledge as a nurse practitioner student, we were able to put together a presentation that educated inpatient nurses.